Okay, Moonrays, let's see what this final week of Halloween has to offer in terms of story. I knew you looked familiar. You'd better tell me why you're snooping around. Tell her you hope to stop any commotion. Okay. Huh? A commotion? Wow, that's so rude. We're just trying to get our old powers back so we can go back to the way we used to be. I can tell you've been reluctant to talk to me. I don't suppose I can blame you. You've probably got your mind twisted into a knot trying to figure out what kind of mischief I'm up to. Not that it matters, I guess. There's nowhere else I can go for help now, and I doubt anyone else would help me even if I did ask. You'll help me out though, won't you? Sure, I'll hear you out. The truth is, the restaurant business is in a rough spot these days. Mrs. Glennis needs to make enough money to cover her own costs first before I see a shilling of it. Who said I'm worried? I do owe her, despite the fact that she's not the most generous employer. Anyway, there's this recipe I made the other day when I was really bored and couldn't think of anything else to do. Do you think you could make the soup from my recipe and take it to Mrs. Glennis? It's got a good balance of tomato, curry powder and cabbage. I call it witch's soup. And before you ask, there's no particular reason why I called it witch's soup. Anyway, just follow the recipe, make the soup, and take it to Mrs. Glennis. I make no guarantees though. It's my first time drafting up my own cooking recipe. But hey, you never know how it might turn out. It could end up being a hit and drawing crowds to the restaurant every day. What's up with that weird look on your face? Anyway, get out there, do your thing, and make me look good in the process. Okay, so I don't actually need to make the soup. I need to give it to you. Howdy there, what can I help you with? You wanna give me that soup? Ha, you're a strange one, giving food to someone who makes a living selling it. Alrighty then, I'll have a taste. Wow, what kind of soup did you say this was? The broth is so savory, the vegetables are so fresh. What? Carrie came up with the recipe? My goodness. I mean, I keep her around partially out of sympathy, but she's got no knack for sales. Do you think she's got a hidden talent for cooking? I can already tell this soup would rake in a bundle in sales. Were we to offer it here? I haven't had a lot of customers lately, and truth be told, I've been a bit worried about business. But this soup may just be a thing to have folks lining up at my door. Make me some more when you get the chance. Honestly, I could eat another bowl right now. Okay. Mrs. Glennis complimented my witch's soup? Of course she would. The woman knows quality when she tastes it. Do you think she'll give me a raise and let me help with sales now? Wait, this isn't the time to celebrate. In fact, the truth is, I need your help immediately. I have a growing suspicion that Aisling and the others actually want to remain as ordinary humans. It's almost like they've grown accustomed to the boring routine of their everyday lives. I mean, I could get out of this lame humdrum lifestyle on my own, but this all started because I convinced them. Ultimately, I'm stepping up because I feel responsible, or maybe just guilty. Anyway, I think the best way to get them to change their minds about all of this is to make them bored of their present lifestyle. To get to Bran, I think I'll pull out one of the big guns, my special garlic wine. As for Locke, I think he'll change his mind all on his own, once his terrible work ethic actually catches up to him. Seriously, his attitude is the worst. Now Aislinn, she may be a tougher nut to crack. I think she often just goes along with what I say, even when she doesn't really want to. In my opinion, it's for the best if we help her regain her former form by wrapping her with large bandages. Or maybe a bunch of smaller bandages tied together would work too. Maybe it's because a lot of adventurers passed through this town. It was pretty easy to get the bandages. Thanks to that, it was a simple matter to make a large bandage. What? No, it's not like I went around picking up grubby bandages with my bare hands. Anyway, just smile, nod, take these, and get going. Okay. I need to deliver the garlic wine. To Bran. I'm basically running around running errands. Is what you're telling me, Carrie. Whoa, is that a bottle of wine for yours truly? Come on, don't hold out on me. Give me that booze. Every minute you're standing there holding it without giving me a sip is one more painful moment spent in perfect sobriety. Don't blame me. Blech. This is nasty. What in the world? Wait a minute. Am I detecting strong garlic notes in this wine? Who would befoul such sweet nectar? God, it must have been that witch. What a little devil. She did this knowing all too well that I love wine and hate garlic. Does she really think I'm gonna stop pilfering those half-full bottles of wine from a restaurant just 'cause of that? Fine, today I shall have my revenge. Okie doke. You do that. I'm just gonna go bandage up Aislinn. Wait, why are you holding a used bandage? Uh-oh. You must have realized I dumped those old bandages in the flower bed. Huh? Carrie told you to give them to me? If that's the case, then... Well, to be honest, Carrie was the one who told me I should wrap myself in bandages if I wanted to get my old powers back. And so I've been trying to keep myself wrapped. But you know, I think I've grown to like this place a bit too much. I kinda don't want to leave. Huh? No. It's not that I'm spurning Carrie's advice. It's just... I want to stay like I am now, just a little longer. If I go back to looking how I used to, I won't be able to see Bran, Locke, or Carrie anymore. The one thing that connected all of us will be gone. And I couldn't make anyone smile looking like that. All I want is time. Time to build even just a few more memories. I'm sorry. I promise I won't dig in my heels and make everyone fret forever, but just for a while, could you let me stay how I am now? Oh girl. I really, really want to. I really want to let you just be you. The way you want to be you. So I don't really get why Carrie would want to convince them if she can turn back on her own and the others want to remain. I don't see what the problem is. Honestly. Accuse Locke. What do I need to accuse him of? Being a terrible, terrible waiter. For one. Actually placing an order today, eh? Accuse him of having a bad attitude. What? A bad attitude? It's kind of harsh, don't you think? I won't make a fuss by resorting to violence, being the model employee I am, but... You're better off stopping before the guy who hired me gets pissed. Look, he's looking over this way right now. He wouldn't want to keep his star employee from getting to work, right? Yeah. Carrie, this is not going to work. Like at all. Don't even think about disappointing me. What is this I'm feeling? Is it actual anxiety? Anyway, you've done everything just as I asked. That gave me a good idea of your skills too. It kinda makes me want to see which one of us is better once I get my old powers back. Now my amazing plan can roll out without a hitch. I was always worried that I'd become complacent with my present self, but thanks to you, I think I've managed to avoid that fate. Can I have the pendant? Guess you didn't actually have any bad intentions, did you? And I suppose if you really want this pendant, there's no reason for me to refuse. Remember though, if this pendant is ever used as a medium for a curse, its owner might become the bearer of that curse. Still, it's kind of relieving to know that the curse won't leap to a new target, like the antique manuscript Aisling brought me implied it could. If we compare all 4 of our pendants, we may actually be able to learn more about this curse. If you can manage to get the others to part with them, bring them to me. I already have them. I'll admit you look pretty strong, but you don't exactly strike me as the sharpest arrow in the quiver. Gee, thanks. Excuse me, but I already have all of the pendants. So now what? Finally, I have them all in my hands. I've been waiting a long time for this day. Do I really want to give them to you? Don't get the wrong idea though. I'm not trying to do anything malicious with the pendants. I simply needed evidence to convince everyone. Heh. Evidence of what, you might be wondering? It serves as proof that the medium for the curse no longer holds sway over us. According to what I learned from the antique manuscript I deciphered, these pendants were entwined with a powerful hypnotic spell. An enchantment so powerful it could even cause foamers to believe themselves to be human. The 4 of us with these pendants never really lost our foamer powers. We'd just been hypnotized into believing we never had powers because we were human. But suggestion can be a two-way street, if only there was some way to trick them into believing the spell has been lifted. When they're finally freed from the hypnotic spell, I hope they'll understand why I couldn't recover my powers all this time. Despite having been free of the hypnosis before them and coming to this understanding of our circumstances. Anyway, I guess it's finally time for all of us to go back where we ought to be. It's not a bad way to end things, I suppose. Maybe our recollections of this humdrum, ordinary life will even become cherished memories someday. Anyway, that aside, there's something I wanted to make sure to say while I still had the chance. Thank you for everything. You don't have to look that surprised. Jeez, this is why honesty is totally overrated. Still, whether or not I wanted to acknowledge it, the truth is, I owe you for all you've done. Okay. Now what? Squee! Okay. It's really you, Eleonora. I felt so anxious, wondering whether I'd get to see you again. It's not that I simply missed you, although that's part of it. The truth is, I finally made up my mind about things. I mean, I know I'm like this because of a curse. But even so, I think I'm okay with leaving my past behind and living an ordinary life the way I am now. Oh, in case you were wondering, there's no need to worry about me staying here. Me and everyone else will try to keep out of trouble from now on. I know that it's in everyone's best interest if I leave, but thinking that just makes me wish I could spend a little more time with everyone. Besides, if I left, I know Carrie would be upset, and that would make me sad too. I'll try to do better. Someday you and Carrie will understand, right? If it's alright with you, could you please ask Brandlock and Carrie what they think? I'm wondering if they might have a different view on this than I do. Yeah, I'll ask them. Thank you so much. I know it's selfish to hope that everyone will share my feelings, but I'd like to keep my hopes up. Ha! Aislinn's such a worrywart, I swear. We've got a solid system going here, right? I just rest when I'm feeling like it, and you check in from time to time to make sure I haven't starved to death. They say home is where you lay your head, and I could see myself settling down here, if not for that witch's prodding. I think she's just jealous of my natural good looks, when she has to use 3 different conditioners to get her hair as lustrous as mine. But seriously, is there any real reason to go back to my old life? It's not that I haven't thought about lifting the curse, mostly thanks to her meddling. But as I thought about it, I realized it's foolish to live in the past when the present demands so much attention. Heck, there never seems to be enough hours in the day as it is. I mean, I'm not saying I don't miss the cool powers I had as a foamer, but it was only after I lost those abilities that I realized what it was I really wanted. Life can actually be fun, right? What do you want? What do you mean? I'm living the life I want right now. There's no better job in Erin than the life of an unemployed vagabond. And now that I've got that, what more could I ask for? You get where I'm coming from, right? Yeah. I do. Actually. If it was up to me, you could all stay. Aislinn, I feel kinda bad for letting her see what a difficult time I was having. I know it's made her worry. Sure, I miss the old days sometimes, but I honestly think it's too late for me to go back to how things used to be. Before I'd even realized it, this daily routine had become totally natural to me. I always feel a twinge of longing to go back to my old self whenever I have to deal with irritating customers, but I think it's time I left the past behind for good and started to really live in the present. Yeah, are your powers going to waste? Going to waste, huh? Well, resorting to violence isn't actually that hard. It's just that I'm holding myself back on account of being a model employee and all. But if you ever run into me outside of work, you'd better watch out. Okay, if you say so. Okay, Carrie, here's the deal. Aislinn said she's actually okay staying like this? What an idiot. They're all a bunch of idiots. Can't they see it? Does she honestly think people would just welcome us into society with open arms? How could she be so clueless? And Brad, that hopeless, lazy fool. Even Locke, who's so dumb he doesn't even realize how stupid he is. None of them understand what I'm feeling. Like I'd be concerned about those incompetent cowards. Let them wallow in their complacency and their boring lives for all I care. I'm leaving right now, even if that means going alone. Well, nobody likes being alone, Carrie. And Aislinn obviously cares about you. Eleonora, what am I going to do? Carrie just came by and yelled at me, saying she was going to leave. I knew she'd be angry, but I never imagined she'd leave so suddenly like this. I'm so scared right now, I don't know what to do. Would you please come with me to persuade Carrie? She just seems so upset that I'm not sure she'd listen to me right now. Bran or Locke would definitely be willing to help me out too. Yeah, sure, I'll help you. Carrie, don't go. We've done so well together until now. We've seen some bad times, sure, but there have been plenty of good times too. Why not keep a good thing going? You call this a good thing? Being as weak and useless as I am? I lost all my powers. All that's left is my ego and my wounded pride. Are you really okay with that? With sticking together? Carrie. But that can't be true. Just be honest with me, Aislinn. I've been more of a burden to you than a help, haven't I? I've known for a while, actually. Carrie, I just... Well, let me put it in a different way. You know that I'm kind of pathetic and sort of a mess. And yet, that never seemed to bother you. That meant a lot to me. Huh? You see, I was alone for such a long time. Your constant scolding, telling me not to be an idiot, or telling me not to overdo it all the time. After a while, it finally dawned on me. I'd been alone so long, I hadn't even realized I'd been lonely. Even if you've lost all your abilities, even if you don't like me anymore, or think I'm a bother and wish I would just go away, I just really like you, Carrie, and nothing about that has changed. Even if it seems selfish of me to say so, I hope I can always be near you so we can talk and laugh together. Aislinn. Sorry to interrupt in the middle of all this. Your face is amazing and I love it. If you're aware enough to be sorry, why don't you just shut up? I was talking to Aislinn, not you, witch. But, are we to take this as an official statement that, out of the three of us, you like Carrie the best? That can't be the case, right? You're just saying those things since you have to soothe her wounded pride, right? Oh boy. That's not what I'm okay being second fiddle to Carrie. What's really important is that you like me more than Bran. Everybody wants Aislinn to like them. What are you talking about? Can't you see the reality, Locke? Right now, we're just also Rans in Aislinn's heart. Indeed, I'm in second place, and you're bringing up the rear in third. Are you some kind of idiot? I think that's established. He is some kind of idiot. No! You're all important to me. Bran, Locke, and you too, Eleonora. All of you. Oh, thanks. Including me. So, Carrie, you'll come back with us, right? Well, ask whether or not to return. Alright, if you really need me that much, I don't suppose I can just up and leave you. Gosh, quit sniffling, Aislinn. If you keep doing that, I'm going to... I promise I won't cry anymore, but only if you come back. Oh, don't cry, girl. Aislinn, don't hug Carrie. Her bad personality might be contagious, and we wouldn't want you to catch it. And Locke, what are you doing? Is he also hugging, Aislinn? Tears don't suit you, Aislinn, but if you do feel the need to cry, you can always embrace me. This isn't the time, you morons. Seriously, I'm the one who should be afraid of catching a terminal case of idiocy from you. Sorry. Let's go, Carrie. I can't wait to have a big bowl of your witch's soup. Witches are only good at bossing people around. I'm sure anything a witch cooked up will taste gross. Ugh, what a moron. Come on, Bran, I'll give you a taste of my soup so you'll at least have something in you that isn't rubbish. None for good old Locke? Promise to smile and say how delicious it is. Fine, fine, you can have some too, Locke. Oh no, I'm sorry everyone. I just remembered. I wasn't able to buy much in the way of ingredients with the money I received today. Not to worry. Eleonora's coming with us too, and they're probably loaded with cash, so we can swing by a store first and pick up anything we need. Honestly? Are you for real? Well, definitely richer than all of us combined, judging by how often I see them around the restaurant. Well, Eleonora, you think you could help us out? Sorry to be such a nuisance right up to the very end. Well, I guess it's up to you. Either way, I have a feeling we'll find ourselves tangled up together in some other crazy incident someday. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I like these characters. I think Bran is my favorite. Talk to Christelle. Yeah, she is a former foamer. So she'd kind of know what they're going through right now. Can you help them, maybe? Ah, hello there, Eleonora. I hear you've had your hands full cleaning up Erin's troubles lately. But I've been curious about something and wonder if you might know anything about it. While I was investigating the case, I was told those troublemaking youths were carrying an unusual-looking pendant. Was the shape of the pendant a pentagram by any chance? That is correct. I knew it. This was a long time ago, but I remember hearing about a mage who used a pentagram-shaped pendant in some strange hypnosis ritual. The rumor said that once someone was hypnotized, there was no magic that could dispel the effect. Eventually, the mage was brought to justice and banished, and his hypnotic arts were banned as forbidden lore. Now, though, it seems like that mage has become active once again. I'm worried for those four, having already once fallen victim to such sinister arts. Huh? They said they were originally foamer. How strange. Perhaps time has muddled my memory on this, but I thought foamers were immune to hypnotism. As things stand, I can't be sure of the truth. That mage may have spent his life of seclusion strengthening the power of his hypnotic curse. Or it may be that the four of them believing themselves to be foamers is part of the hypnotic suggestion itself. Who can truly say? That's a very good question. Are there any more quests? Doesn't look like there's any more quests incoming. Oh, doesn't look like it, so I guess that's the end of the story? They're all staying. So that was the finale of the Halloween event. And I have some stuff I need to go take care of, so I'm gonna leave off right here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!